Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Bigfoot Diaries. Today I'm just going to share two small stories that happened in Washington and Colorado. The one in Washington was in Washington's Olympic National Park near an area called Mills Lake. Um, it was in the summer, and me and my family were out hiking, and it was back in 2006. We were walking along a trail one day up near this Mills Lake in the Olympic National Forest, and it was really quiet out that day. It was bright, sunny. It was a nice day, but it was really quiet. And we were walking up a trail, and we were walking up the trail kind of single file. We were being very quiet, weren't talking. And one thing that I remember about this day was it was extremely quiet in the woods. There was no sound. There was no birds. There was no anything. It was really really quiet, which I find interesting. And anyways, we were walking up the trail, and we all stopped when we heard kind of a grunt sound. Um, I think what had happened is, at least in my opinion, is it's possible that maybe, from being quiet, we unexpectedly came upon maybe a Bigfoot. My dad will say every day it's a bear. But after we heard the grunt sound, my dad had kind of started clapping to kind of startle or scare off whatever it was. And what I noticed was nothing moved. The woods were still and silent. And I feel like personally that, if it was a bear or something, then, it would have made itself known or ran away or moved. Or you'd have been able to see it, hear it. It would have probably scattered off, something like that. But what had happened afterwards with the dead silence and no movement, that seems like something a Sasquatch would do. So, this one's kind of undecided. Could have been a bear, could have been something else, but that's what really sparked my Bigfoot interest back then, was that experience. I was kind of interested in it, but after this I was like, maybe there is something out there. So, it's possible, but not sure for that one. Now, the Colorado one was very interesting. I was actually living in Colorado for a few months last year, and during the summer, I took my good friend Katie, and we went to Estes, near Estes Park, Colorado, northern Colorado, about 50 miles west of Greeley, where I was living at the time. And we went up to this one area, and there was this really steep hill and a river, and I just had a feeling about this area. I felt like if we climbed up it and went, to the back of the hill, made some calls and stuff, maybe we'd bump into something, maybe we'd hear something. There had been a few Bigfoot, reports in that area, so I thought, hey, I'll check it out. We did kind of cross this bridge and trespass and go up a hill, but hey, in the name of science, right? Climbed up a really steep hill, and after you climb up the hill, you go down. The hill kind of gradually slopes down, and I kind of walked down it, and then the hill really goes steep and goes to this river, and then it goes up another hill and back up into the woods and mountains and stuff. And, I went down the hill towards where the river was, and it was just a quiet little stream. There's the great thing about that spot in particular is there's no homes, there's no people, there's nothing out there, nothing. And the closest thing is the road that leads into Estes, but still nothing out there. And, I just decided, hey, I'll make a call, what the heck. So I made a call, and I was sitting down and listening, and to my astonishment, I heard clear as a bell, plain as day, wood knock. Wood on wood, right over the hill from the river. And my mind was kind of blown at that point. And my friend Katie wasn't standing with me at the second, so I kind of ran back up the hill and grabbed her and brought her back. And she was a kind of skeptic too. Everybody I bring into this kind of skeptic until they go out with me. But and I brought her over, and I picked up a stick, and I made a wood knock myself too. And I made a wood knock and listened, and I heard a wood knock back, clear as a day, just 3 taps. And I waited, and then I wood knocked again, and then it wood knocked back, and I did this for about 10-15 minutes straight of wood knocking, and there was definitely something over that hill. You know, if you can tell me any other animal that has opposable thumbs and can hit wood on trees or has a reason to, then you let me know, because I fully believe that there was a Bigfoot over that hill that day. Now, what I should have done is I should have had my friend Katie do some wood knocks as I snuck over the hill with the video camera and see, what was over there. Do a sneak attack. That's probably what I should have done. I didn't, because after about 15 minutes of wood knocking back and forth with this thing, the wood knock stopped. I didn't hear anything else. Whatever it was probably moved on, or maybe it saw me or knew we were human and got out of there. But it was a pretty good experience. Most likely in my mind, probably a Sasquatch over that hill wood knocking at me. Can't imagine it was anything else. Like I said, there's no people over there. There's nothing over there. So that's my stories about Washington and Colorado. Some good small experiences, but nonetheless. And I appreciate you guys for listening, and check out my other chapters. I got lots of good stories, and I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you later.